All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating framework for navigating the messy, complicated workplace ethics we all face on a daily basis. We're going to be looking at three core pillars that, when you actually use them together, can completely transform you into an incredibly effective communicator and leader.
So let's start with a slightly uncomfortable question. Have you ever told the truth and then completely regretted it? Like you instantly wished you could just reach out and shove the words right back into your mouth. It sounds super counterintuitive, right? I mean, we're always taught that honesty is the best policy. But what actually happens when just being honest causes way more harm than good?
To really ground this, let's look at a scenario. Picture our manager. We'll call him Alex. Now, Alex is currently staring at his computer screen in an absolute cold sweat. He has just discovered a major, glaring project flaw mere days before a massive, high-profile launch. So Alex is facing this classic high-stakes dilemma. Does he speak up bluntly right now, essentially throwing the entire development team under the bus and causing widespread panic? Or does he just stay quiet, cross his fingers, and deliver a fundamentally flawed product to the client?
Okay, so our first section, honesty and destructive truth.
If Alex is going to navigate this minefield, his first instinct is probably to lean entirely on honesty to solve the problem. And hey, honesty is the commitment to truth in your words and actions. It's all about accurate representation, saying what actually is rather than what's merely convenient in that moment. And honesty is absolutely crucial here. Alex knows the product is flawed, and ignoring that reality, well, that would be a complete lack of honesty.
But wow, is there a massive danger here? We're talking about the thin line between honesty and outright cruelty. Because if Alex just marches into the room and uses brutal honesty without a single ounce of wisdom, just blasting the developers for their sheer incompetence, that quote-unquote truth-telling instantly crosses the line into destructive cruelty. Sure, it might be technically true, but if it completely destroys team morale right when they need to pull together to fix the bug, it totally fails. Honesty all by itself is just a blunt instrument.
Moving on to Section 2. Integrity, your structural wholeness.
To keep that honesty from becoming destructive, or honestly, even worse, selective, Alex absolutely needs this second pillar. Integrity goes way deeper than just not lying. It is the complete alignment of your actions with your values. Think of it as this structural wholeness, where there are literally no cracks between what you believe, what you say, and what you actually do. Integrity is the anchor here. It ensures Alex's actions align with his values even when the boss isn't watching, rather than him just choosing to be honest only when it's easy or profitable.
Which brings us to Section 3, intelligence, or the discernment gear.
Now, Alex has the truth and the values, but actually navigating this launch, that requires serious discernment. And let's be clear, we aren't talking about raw IQ or technical chops here. We're talking about knowing exactly how to apply that honesty and integrity in complex, messy human situations. It's having the discernment to speak the truth in a way that it can actually be heard and accepted by the team and the client. Because without intelligence, integrity can just turn into this rigid self-righteousness, and honesty, it just becomes complete naivety.
All right, Section 4, let's look at the dynamic three-gear system.
What's really fascinating here is that these pillars, they aren't just sitting there like static bricks in a wall. No, they function as a highly dynamic system of gears that constantly drive and support each other to prevent workplace destruction. Honesty ensures the truth is actually present in the room. Integrity ensures that truth is lived consistently. And intelligence ensures that truth is applied wisely to the specific situation at hand. This breakdown is actually brilliant because it shows the exact traps Alex could fall into if even one of these gears goes missing. I mean, think about it. If you have honesty and intelligence, but you lack integrity, your honesty just becomes opportunistic and manipulative. If you lack honesty, your integrity becomes this total facade virtue, where you claim to stand for principles, but you're actually just concealing uncomfortable realities. And what if you have intelligence without honesty and integrity? Well, that cleverness simply drifts into cunning and rationalization.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is this. If one gear is missing, the other two literally start to wobble. Honesty feeds integrity. You can't possibly be whole if you're lying to yourself or to others. Integrity stabilizes honesty, keeping it from being purely situational. And intelligence guides them both. Without one, the whole entire system wobbles right out of alignment.
To really visualize how this all works together in practice, the source material offers this great analogy. Think of honesty as the raw source of light. It illuminates what is actually there, bringing cold, hard facts, like Alex's project flaw, straight out of the darkness.
Then, integrity acts as the lens. It's what keeps that beam of light completely straight and consistent. It ensures the light doesn't just scatter or dim the second circumstances get a little tough.
And finally, intelligence is the hand. It's the hand that carefully, intentionally directs that beam exactly where it needs to go in a messy human situation. It knows better than to shine the light directly into someone's eyes to blind them, because, as we discussed, that would just be cruelty. Instead, it shines the light on the path forward. And that brilliantly illustrates the exact balance we all need to strike.
So bouncing back to our dilemma with Alex, here is how he successfully handles the launch. Using that hand of intelligence, he directs the light of honesty straight through the lens of integrity. He goes to the team and says, "Guys, I found a critical flaw. Here is how we can fix it together before launch without pointing fingers."
Boom.
It is a highly constructive, truth-telling solution that faces reality head-on without destroying the people involved.
When you actually manage to get all three of these gears operating together, just like Alex did, the outcome is honestly profound. You become a human being whose presence is implicitly trusted, whose words carry immense weight, and whose actions create truly lasting positive impact in your organization.
As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with a question. Take a hard look at your own workplace interactions this week and honestly ask yourself, which of your three gears is wobbling today? Is it your honesty, your integrity, or your intelligence? Look, we all have one that needs a little maintenance from time to time. Identify it, calibrate it, and just watch how much smoother your path becomes.